Thanks, Laurent. By now, this is our third year that we're at this conference as a partner, so I hope by now that most of the people here know who TrendMiner is. Very short, we do advanced analytics for the process engineer, like the subject matter expert and so forth. All these advanced analytics things you would historically do in big data tooling, you can now do them within your trending clients. But enough about that, about us. It's about the communication and the collaboration we do with our partners. So what we use as the data is the PyData archive, right? And asset frameworks. Those are the data points that come in. Now, for every plant where we go to, we have to maintain a connection between the TrendMiner server and all the Pi servers, right? And every new plant we go to, we have to do that installation again and again. So the biggest procedure for starting with TrendMiner in a new site is all these security things and making sure that the network is there. And the same thing for maintaining that connectivity. So one of the first things that is a big, tremendous value for us as a partner, but also for you as a customer, is that when all your Pi servers and the new edge data stores are connected to the OCS platform, we only need to maintain one connection to the TrendMiner platform to be able to share all your analysis of all your plans in one central place. I actually met one of our customers this morning in the elevator, and he talked about that specific issue. He said, I've got TrendMiner running in 2 of my plans. I did an optimization project on a couple of my processes, and now I want to combine, I want to see if that improvement also applies in my other plans, but I don't have TrendMiner running there, right? We could literally, well, not literally by the flip of a switch, but with the flip of a switch, if all your Pi servers would already be connected to your OCS, you could just immediately start doing that same analysis for all your other plans, right? I think a lot of you understand how fast this would help you. Now, and bear in mind, this is not just for TrendMiner. This is also for all those other partners that Laurent mentioned about. So from a security perspective, you only have one connection out of your Pi server going to the OCS cloud instead of from that Pi server to all these different applications in every single site, right? So that's the first part I wanted to talk about, which is the most value for you as a customer, for us as a partner, to go faster in your time to value. A second thing I also want to talk about is the technology enhancements that we see as a partner from working with OCS. Now, TrendMiner is first and foremost a self-service platform for the end users, right? It's not about a data scientist who knows that crunching data takes a lot of time, so they hit the button, they go take a cup of coffee, they come back, still running, not a cup of coffee, right? Your process engineer does not have that time. So in order to do that, we want it to be extremely responsive. So we have a very low tolerance for latency, right? What we've done is we've provided a benchmark for us to see how fast or responsive the persistent data layer has to be. In TrendMiner classically, or on-premises solution today, you'd have 3 layers of storage. You would have your persistent data archive, being your Pi server, and you would have on the top your data in memory where you're doing your calculations. In the middle, we had to build an index data store for ourselves to be fast enough and responsive enough for our end users. What we have seen with OSIsoft Cloud Services, because it's completely a new data structure, we can almost, you see to the acceptance level that we require from our data platform as how fast it needs to be, it's very close to what we actually need as an application. So there's a big chance that we will be able to eliminate our own middle layer of the index store. So good job there, Laurent. We're still pushing the boundaries there a little bit. We keep pushing them. But if it's fast enough for us, it's probably going to be fast enough for all the other applications as well, right? Because we have a very high demand on low latency. So another thing that I want to talk about is the native capabilities of a cloud environment. A couple of the analytics tools that we run is I see a problem within a batch. I want to compare the root causes with all the other batches where they were running well, right? What are the root causes here? We could actually launch this and that the option you see right there on top is recommendations. The system will tell you, I'm finding correlations both vertically or upstream in your process. Maybe you should look at that pressure from that valve right there. That's it. Now, if I want to do these over a whole group of assets, right, or a lot of assets, if you got 10,000 tags, 50,000 tags in your plant, or hundreds of thousands of tags, this is going to take, again, a lot of time, and we don't want that. By being in the cloud, we can natively scale out without you having to buy upfront bigger data infrastructures. Now, lastly, we've heard about the San Leandro building project, the Eat Your Own Dog Foods. We had a slightly different project. You may have been wondering why there was a smoker in one of the booths. That's us. And I'm a competitive barbecuer back in Belgium. And what you see here on the screen is actually 4 sessions of pulled pork. Yes. So what we've done here is we've teamed up with the people from Flamebus who have a PID controller. So the red data you see on top is the temperature from the pit. Right? As soon as your temperature starts dropping, there's a blower who feeds it with more oxygen. That's the one on the bottom, by the way. So in itself, this in whole is actually a chemical process. But I want to start analyzing that data in order to, for example, predict how fast it's going to be ready. Because everybody who knows to cook a pulled pork or a brisket knows barbecue's ready when it's ready. And that could be a couple of hours of difference, and my wife doesn't really like that. She wants to know when she can be at the table. So we're going to be using TrendMiner to analyzing all the data to optimize the performance, optimize the whole process. The next step we're going to do, by the way, is adding a weather station. But so you can all think about what happens here. Laurent, thank you for showing us.